All right, the time is this morning, 5:52 a.m., August 10th, Saturday morning, year 2024. I've been so critically poisoned, I almost started to cry. Oh, it's painful. I don't know if I described this one. It comes a lot. They use it a lot. And I'm surprised I didn't describe it. But I'm never allowed, a lot of the time, to report the poisons. And so, okay, just having said that, connect the dots. So this poison today, I've been hit with it multiple times. And today I'm allowed to report it. I'm going to plug my ears. Okay, so the pain is like 1,000 knives stabbing your pancreas. Out of nowhere, out of the clear blue. You don't know what is going on. You're in so much pain. The pain threshold is 3 and 4. It lasts for a good 2 to 3 minutes. It's living utter hell. It comes out of nowhere. I'm not going to keep describing any more details. There are a handful of more details to the pain and suffering this poison causes, but I am plugging my ears. I have had enough of living in this terror cell. I am allowed to report that yesterday and today the chemical dissolvent is ever present in my bathroom, the bathroom on floor 2, just ever present, omnipresent. You can't help but notice it, and you notice where it's coming from. It's stationed right by my toilet, right where I used to point to the floor where there was the chemical inferno of chemical manufactured chemical stenches. We know what they are. There's an area there underneath the floor, right by the sink, in between the sink from the toilet. So now the chemical dissolvent is just ever present, gushing up from the floor. In my layman's terms, the stench of it, right in that area. It's been going on for at least a week. It's really, really present when I have reported on prior testimonies. It's just engulfing my bathroom. That's how it's coming from, that area, just shooting up into the air, and it's coming from the 2 areas I have thoroughly reported that go on in my bathtub. Okay, so that's happening. And I also am allowed to report that the dead corpses have been really, really bad in 2 areas on my stairs, right in the middle of my stairs. Just rotting dead bodies. Just it's hands down, I'm done reporting that. It's so disgusting. And right in the corridor, when you come in the porch and you open the very first door, once you've opened the gate, you're standing in that section of the front entrance. Right there, just corpses away, just you're breathing through your mouth. It's stenching, rotting. It's like rotting stench of corpses. And then the other day, it was about a day before, they were standing with children in front of 1509 S Street Northwest and calling me names while they were wearing a Gucci bag that was like the Gucci bag was so big, it was almost like a duffel bag. It was like a probably over $3,000 bag. It was a huge, gigantic Gucci bag. Bright gold shoes, a group of neo-Nazi men and women. One was obviously our Iranian, just by visibility. You're going to say that if you see him on a lineup, it's obvious Arabic female. And she was the mother of the kid standing in front of the freaking terrorist compound. I do need to report, while this is on my mind, I know this is just a little off the path here from the poisoning of this morning, but the white male that had the longer hair, about 3 to 4 inch, I said jock style with gel, when he looked over at me after they all had seen me looking out the window, he stared me down so hard, so vicious. I was stunned, and I said out loud to myself as I stood in the front window, my God, I said this, my God, he's giving me a DC stare down. And then I said to myself, because I remember, I'll never forget this, what they did. I'll never forget the atrocities, the horror, the cannibalism here. I'll never forget this. Fire department, Washington, D.C. Fire Department. I will never forget this. Okay, so this man with the jock hair, the 3 to 4 inch blue-eyed man, 6 feet tall, he stared me down for over 2 minutes. He stood there, he put his hands in his pockets, his chest puffed out. He stood there directly in front of me and stared me down. Then he moved his chin like in and put his forehead forward and stared me down harder. I mean, the guy wasn't sober. No one would stare anyone down like they thought they were a cartoon character unless they were on something. That's my determination. And he still wouldn't stop staring me down. And I said to myself, my God, he's giving me a DC stare down. And then I said to myself, because I'll never forget what I said, I'll never forget any of this. I said to myself, my God, everybody stares you down here. I said, my God, look at this. I knew he couldn't hear me, but it was shocking. And they're all, so the guy got his cell phone out. That white guy said they all had cell phones. He got his cell phone out and started clutching it and looking at it, like manically looking at it after he stared me down. And then once that stare down didn't work with this guy, I don't know what was he thinking? I was going to run away? What are you thinking here, Washington, D.C. locals? Anyways, now they all do it. I'm tired of being stared down here, dude. Okay, once that kind of drama, psycho behavior had worn off, they all moved to the corner and called me names from there. I told you they moved to not the corner. They moved to 1511 and did it from there. Everybody, that female, that Irish mob female could not stand still. She was literally circling the whole group. She kept circling the whole group. The woman was spazzed out. She looked like she was dancing. All right, so the following day I get what I'm not even commenting about that letter. That letter's atrocious. Okay, so back to the corridor of 1509. When you walk in the gate, you walk into the front of the building, and I said you smell the rotting corpses. It's so fucking disgusting. That is going out on the sidewalk again. And the other day, when I was taking my trash out, you could smell the rotting corpses again. Oh, with no doubt. I know what I'm never going to forget this. And you know where it was strongest? Where I put the X's? Review the photos of the X's where they have the areas they've carved out. These construction crews have carved out. It was just, okay, on a smell, a stench threshold, it was a 4. 1 through 5. You are, and you know, okay, sorry, where was it? Right in front of where I said, the one house next door, 1507. It's on the corner, right? If you know how you have the fence, the property line is right there, boom. On the property line of the house, 1505 and 1507. It's atrocious. And then they still have kids here. They still have everybody here cruising the streets. I can't comment at all. I am forbidden from talking about the DC population, local people, the locals, forbidden. But I can't talk about the stare downs are endless. The aggressive, hostile, just physically ready to pound me behavior is just ongoing. I'm getting letters being threatened with postal police. I'm not allowed to even make comments on that letter. Everything in the letter is a lie. Okay, and remember, I don't have a lot of word recall. We don't need big words. I don't need them. I found I don't need them. The letter is one big, in all caps, lie. I couldn't believe this letter was at the front of my door. And then when I put the letter in my hand, carried it upstairs, I get poisoned for that. I'm buckling over within a matter of 10 seconds. That's how strong that poison is. Racing up the stairs and pee-pooing as soon as I grabbed that letter. It was so obvious it was because I grabbed the letter. Okay, because I had been downstairs for a few handful of. I'm not allowed to say what I was doing downstairs, where I was. I can say I was downstairs for about 60 seconds. Then I got the letter, and as soon as I was downstairs with the letter, on my way back upstairs, on about the fourth step going up, I buckled over and I was contaminated with lethal military gas for getting the letter. And that's the point of this report right now, is I just got hit with the most worst poison. I had to race to the bathroom. And just all this pain. The pain, it makes your eyes cross. You're just fine. You're sitting in your chair, and all of a sudden it feels like you're being stabbed with about 10 different knives all through your pancreas. It feels like you're breathing in fucking acid. Like, acid, dissolvent, chemical acid. It's the worst pain. And then you can see I'm chatting and talking, so I'm fine. No one wants to get any statements from me about this. No one, well, it's not true. The Navy SEALs and the GRU definitely want statements from me. The good guys want statements from me. But I'm just saying, it feels like that. Nobody wants to know how I'm physically doing. Nobody wants to know how I'm fucking walking through this poison. I would like to know too. I figure it's some sort of genetic thing with me. I mean, this happens, dude. It happens in the natural law. The biological natural law, you'll have every now and then a genetic discovery. Something's definitely going on with me. I don't have any information. Is this common? I don't believe so, no. No, because what I've witnessed here, it's definitely not common. I'm the only one that's doing it. But I can't talk about what I've witnessed here with the gases and other human beings. I'm not allowed. Okay, so the corpses have also been in my bathroom, just ongoing. Like, when I don't report it, which has been a considerable amount of time I haven't reported dead bodies, it doesn't mean that they're not in the house. It means I cannot talk about it. Nothing has stopped. Also, I am to reiterate, and I'm going to put it up on the Facebook, to the internet. I am to reiterate that while I picked up that letter given to me by an attorney, a JD, while I picked up the letter, I grabbed the Comcast bill, which you can see is going to be on the internet. So it's full speed ahead here. Everybody is here, but there's nobody here. All that's here is dead bodies and chemical military gas. That's what's here. Okay, and letters, more evidence that I am holding and collecting for the good guys when they want to take my statements. All right, goodbye.